President Uhuru Kenyatta has directed that flags on public buildings, grounds and military installation across Kenya be flown at half-mast starting at dawn on Saturday 7th September till Monday in honor of fallen former Zimbabwean leader Robert Gabriel Mugabe.
Now, Mugabe died aged 95 at a hospital in Singapore early today. KTN's Mark Namaswe with that report.
Robert Gabriel Mugabe was once hailed as arguably the most academically accomplished president worldwide and a liberation hero. He died loved and hated in varying degrees at a hospital in Singapore. Whispers for several years have claimed he received treatment for prostate cancer, but official sources have either claimed he went for routine medical checkups or treatment for a cataract. Tributes have poured in. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta, in a statement, termed Mugabe a shining beacon of African liberation struggle, an embodiment of the Pan-African spirit, and a man steady in his insistence that African problems needed African solutions. Baringo Senator Gideon Moi and the family of former President Daniel Moi also sent condolences to Zimbabweans, describing Mugabe as a leading light of Africa's independence struggle, one who left an enduring legacy of patriotism, dignity and respect for the African continent.
Mad people in Europe, mad people who refuse and reject the truth.
Back home, Mugabe was a solution and a problem in equal measure. Born on February 21, 1924 near Harare, in the then southern Rhodesia, Mugabe went on to head his family at a tender age after his father left. He was notably gifted academically and took up teaching in southern Rhodesia and abroad. Towards 1960, an anti-colonial wave was spreading across Africa. Mugabe was caught up in this wind of change. Mugabe from the dominant Shona tribe would work with, among other leaders, Joshua Nkomo from the largest minority group, the Ndebele, and successfully get rid of white minority rule led by then Premier Ian Smith.
We will fight the white man. We will fight until the last of us falls.
Mugabe became premier in 1980, but later fell out with Nkomo, whose Ndebele people, an offshoot of Shaka Zulu's Mfekane Wars, were regarded with suspicion as a militant community. Mugabe's brutality against the Ndebele scarred his credentials, and later his tactics at clinging to power for 37 years resulted in an ouster by his own army.
We are only targeting criminals around him who are committing crimes that are causing social and economic suffering in the country in order to bring them to justice.
At a time, his wife, Grace Marufu, was also angling to take over. His political challenger that came closest was the late Morgan Changirai.
We are victims of this system for a very long time.
Once an agricultural powerhouse in Africa, his decision to let the so-called war veterans seize white-owned farms reduced Zimbabwe from Africa's grain basket to an economic basket case.
When we have had a good rain season like the one we have just had, the results of our land reform program become more evident, and that exposes the false propaganda of our detachments.
Zimbabwe is among the top 5 nations holding the record for inflation. After such a long life like Robert Mugabe, many people will remember you for very many different things, but Africans generally do not judge the dead too harshly, and we say, rest well, Robert Mugabe. Mark Namaswe.